Here is going to explain how to define dictionary. So it's very simple. Dictionary is also a data type. So if I say this dictionary, right? So what I would do is I would create a dictionary, and the difference between a normal, for example, if I do this, for example, if I do this, I say let's say name Mudassir. Okay, and then I say comma Iqbal. Okay, and then I say comma 1978, or just say 1978 like this. 1978, 78, right? If I do that and I print this, okay, print this as a not this dictionary, this is, just call it this, okay, this is not a dictionary, okay. So what that becomes, I explained to you in another video that if you use this curly bracket, that is a set. Remember that becomes a set, okay. And if you want to know the type of it, you can say type, right, like this, and it will print the type of it, and that will show you it is a set. You see, okay. So what is the difference between dictionary and set? Set, I think we saw that the set can be, you can change the values in set once the value is assigned, and there's another video explaining that. But you can't have an order in set, because these things, those are printed there. When you print them, they could be printed in any order, right? They're not going to follow a particular order. Look here, I put it as this Mudassir and Iqbal, but when it printed Mudassir 1978 and Iqbal, because it doesn't have an order, and it doesn't have index. You can't access, for example, if I want to do I want to access and print, let's say 0 like this, I can't do that. Do you know why? Because this cannot be accessed by index. So set cannot be accessed by index. Set cannot be, is not in order. For example, if I print it, my date of birth is in the beginning now. It was earlier on, it was at the end, and now it's in the beginning, right? But here, if you look at it, Mudassir first, and then Iqbal, and then date of birth. It's completely in a different order printed. So it doesn't have an order, okay? It doesn't have a index. I can't access Mudassir and Iqbal, okay? And it does not allow duplicate values as well. So for example, if I put here again 1978, it will give me an error. Why? Because I can't have duplicate values in set, right? It's not even taking it. It's not giving me an error, but it's not taking it. It's just going to print 1978 once, okay? So this would mean that this is a set. So if we want to change the feature of it, have an index to it, because it doesn't have an index, okay, and also have an order to it, okay, it doesn't have an order, and be able to change the value, then we can declare it as a dictionary, right? How? Simply we say name like this, and we need to put this on the name as well, okay, and this one we would say, it's just for understanding purpose. I'm having it like okay, you know, name, and then what? This is surname. Okay, this, and the last one would be date of birth, DOB. We're gonna call it DOB, right? Like this, and this way, what we got is we got now a dictionary. This becomes a dictionary, and now if I print this, it'll be in an order: Mudassir, Iqbal, and name Mudassir, surname Iqbal, and date of birth in an order. This is one thing. Second, I want to change the value of it, right? So how can I change the value of it? I need to access as the index of it. So it provides you index, but it doesn't allow duplicate values, by the way. So what do I mean by it provide an index? What I mean by this is that if I want to, let's say this, okay, and I put this bracket in there, and here I say name, I could say is equal to, and I would put Tamim's name here, right? So if I do that, that would be Tamim, Iqbal, and then 1978, right? And then I print this again. I am able to change the value. See, name Tamim, surname Iqbal, and date of birth 1978. Now, the two things we learned: one, I can index by turning a set into a dictionary. All we have to do is put a legend there, for example, name, surname, and date of birth. Okay, and then I access it like this, right? By passing on. If I say DOB, leave it there, name, and I print here, and I can similarly print a particular element to it. For example, if I want to print DOB only, nothing else, it will only print the date of birth 1978. You see here, only 1978. And if I print here another one, I say this one I want to print my name. Okay, it will print only the name, Tamim, 1978. So this way, it allows, the dictionary allows us to have an index. Dictionary allows us to have an order. Dictionary allows us to also change the value. But only thing dictionary does not allow is if I put another, let's say, DOB, okay, and this way I say maybe 1980, right? I duplicate. So if I do that, I will have an error. You see, I get an error. Oh, I forgot the comma. Okay, sorry. I read about the comma. See, what did it do? It took the DOB, but did it took the DOB 1978 or the bottom one, 1980? It took 1980. You know why? Because it's going to take the last one. It will not give you an error, but it will take the last one. Okay? So the same as set. In set, you can take the value, but it will only have one value printed. Okay? So DOB, but this here, because the legend is sort of like different. So what would happen if I do 1978? It's going to be 1978, right? Now, you understood the dictionary? Okay, so if we want to, for example, print a dictionary like this, and we want to use this print command, you know what we learned here, like this, right? We say, my name is, yeah, first Mudassir, and surname is this one, and I was born in this one.
You don't have, you just put the brackets in.
Yeah, brackets. And then here I'm going to say,
Name.
what we're going to say?
Name.
It's going to be this, not name. This. First would be name,
Very low.
comma, then
This.
this. Second would be surname, comma, this.
DOB.
Third would be,
What's the DOB?
yeah, DOB, yeah. DOB. And if I print this, it's going to be print beautifully. My name is Mudassir and surname is Iqbal, and I was born in 1978. How about that, right? So this is how you create a dictionary, and you can play around with dictionary. You can change the values of dictionary like I told you here. You can easily change the value of a dictionary. For example, here, if I change it to 19, I mean, I don't have to change it there because I can change it later on. For example, I want to change my name to Tamim, right? How would that happen? Right? Name to Tamim. Right. And surname? Tamim, what's your surname? Alright, I'll keep mine because I don't know how to spell that one. Let's leave surname. But date of birth we can have. Which year you were born in?
2001.
Huh?
2001.
2000 and? You're young. 2001. Okay.
But he's
So,
rich.
yeah, exactly. So here we have a new one now. My name is Tamim and surname is Iqbal, and I was born in 2001, right? Although not, factually correct, but it's a program, so whatever you tell it, it will do. So here, this was dictionary. So in the next video, we're gonna learn how we can use these list, tuples, and dictionaries in a function. Do you have any questions before I move on? No, thank you.